It was early morning around 6:30 a.m. Outside, the sky looked dark and cloudy. Cold wind was entering through the half-open window. The streets were still quiet and most people were sleeping peacefully. But inside one small room, Rahul suddenly woke up feeling strange. He held his head tightly. Ugh, why is my head hurting so much? He whispered weakly. He touched his forehead and immediately realized his body was extremely hot. I think I have a fever. Rahul slowly sat up on the bed, but his whole body felt weak. At that moment, he still didn't know that this normal hospital visit would become a day he would never forget. Just then, his mother entered the room. Rahul, why are you awake so early? She asked. Rahul looked pale and tired. Mom, I am not feeling well. His mother immediately came closer. What happened? I have body pain, headache, and weakness. She touched his forehead carefully. Oh no, your body is burning. Rahul sighed slowly. I was also feeling cold at night. His mother became worried. Maybe it's viral fever. Rahul leaned against the wall. I think so. Then suddenly she asked, Did you eat outside food yesterday? Rahul looked guilty. Yes, I ate spicy street food with my friends. His mother shook her head slowly. I told you not to eat unhealthy food too often. Rahul smiled weakly. I know, Mom. Friends, pause here for a second. Did you notice Rahul's sentence? I am not feeling well. This is one of the most useful real-life English sentences. When you are sick, tired, sad, or uncomfortable, this sentence works everywhere. Now listen carefully. Don't memorize English like a school subject. Imagine the feeling. If your head hurts, say, my head is hurting. If your body feels weak, say, I feel weak. English becomes easy when emotions connect with words. That's the real secret of spoken English. Now let's continue the story. Rahul slowly got out of bed, but suddenly he lost balance slightly. His mother quickly held his arm. Careful! Rahul laughed weakly. I think my body stopped supporting me. Sit down first, his mother said softly. Just then, Rahul's younger sister entered the room, rubbing her eyes. The moment she saw Rahul's face, she became shocked. What happened to you? Rahul's hair looked messy. His eyes were red. His face looked pale. I think I'm sick, Rahul replied dramatically. His sister stared at him for 2 seconds and then said, You look like a zombie. Rahul started laughing weakly. Thank you for your support. Even his mother smiled a little. Sometimes small funny moments make difficult situations easier. His mother brought warm water. Drink this first. Rahul slowly drank the water. Then she looked at the clock. We should leave quickly before the hospital becomes crowded. Rahul asked weakly, Which hospital are we going to? City Care Hospital. Rahul took a deep breath. Okay. But deep inside, he was nervous because Rahul hated hospitals. Friends, here's a powerful English learning trick. Did you hear this sentence? Which hospital are we going to? Now look carefully. You can use the same pattern everywhere. Which restaurant are we going to? Which market are we going to? Which station are we going to? Fluent speakers don't memorize thousands of random sentences. They learn patterns. This is how spoken English becomes natural. Now back to Rahul. A few minutes later, Rahul and his mother got into an auto rickshaw. The driver looked back through the mirror. Where do you want to go? City Care Hospital, Rahul's mother replied. Okay, sit properly. The auto started moving through the busy morning streets. Tea shops were opening, school buses were passing, office workers were walking quickly. But Rahul silently looked outside the window, feeling weak. After a few minutes, the driver asked kindly, "Is he sick?" "Yes," Rahul's mother answered. "He has a fever." The driver shook his head slowly. "These days, many people are getting sick because of the weather." Rahul nodded weakly. "Yes, the weather is changing very fast." Then the driver suddenly laughed and said, "Young people eat too much junk food these days." Rahul slowly looked away. His mother immediately looked at him suspiciously. Rahul understood danger was near. "Mom, please don't start again." The driver started laughing loudly. Even Rahul smiled a little. But after a few moments, the large hospital building appeared in front of them, and suddenly Rahul's smile disappeared. The hospital looked crowded, very crowded. People were running. Ambulances were standing outside. Some patients looked scared. Rahul swallowed nervously. "We have reached," the driver said. Rahul slowly stepped out of the auto. "How much is the fare?" his mother asked. 120 rupees. She paid the money. "Thank you," the driver said politely. Rahul also smiled slightly. "Thank you." Then Rahul looked at the hospital entrance once again, and for some reason, his heartbeat became faster. Friends, did you notice something important? Short English reactions sound very natural. For example, "Really?" "True." "Exactly." "All right." "Sure." "I see." Native speakers use these tiny reactions constantly. Don't always try giving long answers. Sometimes one natural word is enough. Now the real hospital story begins. The hospital entrance was full of noise. Some children were crying. Some patients were sitting silently. Nurses were walking quickly from one room to another. Doctors looked serious. Rahul suddenly felt uncomfortable. "I don't like hospitals," he whispered. His mother tried calming him down. "Relax. Everything will be okay." But then, something unexpected happened. A stretcher suddenly rushed past Rahul at high speed. A man was lying unconscious on it. Two nurses were running beside him. "Move! Move!" someone shouted loudly. Rahul became frozen for a moment. His heart started beating faster. For the first time that day, he felt genuinely scared. A security guard noticed them standing near the entrance. "How can I help you?" he asked politely. "We want to see a doctor," Rahul's mother replied. "Go to the reception desk first." Rahul looked around nervously. "Where is it?" "Go straight and turn left." "Thank you." Rahul and his mother slowly walked toward the reception area. At the reception counter, a receptionist smiled professionally. "Good morning." "Good morning," Rahul's mother replied. "How can I help you?" "My son has a fever." "Since when?" the receptionist asked while typing on her computer. Rahul answered softly, "Since last night." "Do you have an appointment?" "No." "That's okay. Please fill out this form." Rahul slowly filled in the details. Patient's name? Rahul Sharma. Age? 24. Phone number? 9876543210. Oh. Address? Kolkata. Any previous illness? No. The receptionist checked everything carefully. Please wait for your token number. How long will it take? Rahul's mother asked. Around 20 minutes. Rahul sighed quietly. Okay. Friends, now notice something very important. Questions are the heart of spoken English. Look at these questions. What happened? Since when? How long will it take? Do you have an appointment? Can you walk properly? Practice questions loudly. Because real conversations mostly depend on questions and answers. Now let's continue. Rahul sat in the waiting area. Many patients looked worried and tired. A little child nearby was crying continuously. An old man was coughing badly. A young man sitting beside Rahul smiled slightly. Are you waiting for Dr. Mehta? Yes. He's a very good doctor. That's good. What happened to you? Fever and headache. The young man laughed lightly. Same here. Really? Yes, I also have throat pain. Rahul shook his head slowly. This weather is causing problems for everyone. Absolutely, the young man agreed. Suddenly, an old woman nearby started coughing badly. Rahul quickly looked at her. Grandma, are you okay? Yes, dear. Just a little cough. Do you need water? Yes, please. Rahul handed her his water bottle. Thank you. You're welcome. The old woman smiled warmly. For a moment, Rahul forgot his own sickness. Friends, remember this carefully. Good English is not only grammar. Good English is also kindness. Simple sentences like, Are you okay? Do you need water? Take care. Thank you. Make your English sound natural and human. Never ignore simple English. Simple English is powerful English. Now suddenly, a nurse called loudly, Token number 34. Rahul immediately stood up. That's me. Please come with me, the nurse said. Rahul followed her nervously. Inside a small checking room, the nurse pointed towards a chair. Sit here. Rahul sat quietly. I will check your blood pressure first. Okay. The nurse checked carefully. Your blood pressure is normal. That's good. Now let me check your temperature. After a few seconds, she looked at the thermometer. You have 101-degree fever. Rahul sighed dramatically. I knew it. The nurse smiled slightly. Are you feeling weak? Very weak. Did you take any medicine? Only one paracetamol tablet. All right. The doctor will see you now. Rahul took a deep breath and slowly walked towards the doctor's cabin. And honestly, he was more nervous than before. The nurse opened the door softly. You can go inside now. Rahul entered the room carefully. The doctor looked calm and experienced. Good morning, the doctor said politely. Good morning, doctor, Rahul replied. Please sit down. Thank you. The doctor looked at Rahul carefully for a few seconds. You look very tired, he said. Rahul smiled weakly. Yes, doctor? I feel very weak. Tell me your problem. Rahul explained slowly. I have fever, headache, body pain, weakness, and a little cough. Since when? Since yesterday evening. The doctor nodded. Did you eat outside food? Rahul looked embarrassed again. Yes. The doctor smiled slightly. Street food? Rahul became surprised. How did you know? The doctor laughed softly. I'm a doctor. I can guess. Even Rahul smiled a little. Then the doctor asked, Do you have breathing problems? No. Any chest pain? No, doctor. Open your mouth. The doctor checked his throat carefully, using a small light. Rahul immediately became nervous again. Is everything okay? The doctor removed the light slowly. Your throat looks infected. Rahul swallowed nervously. Is it serious? The doctor smiled calmly. No, don't worry. Rahul finally relaxed. That's a relief. Friends, notice this sentence carefully. That's a relief. This is a very natural English expression. When tension disappears, when you hear good news, when you feel relaxed after worrying, you can say, that's a relief. For example, the exam was easy. That's a relief. Your report is normal. That's a relief. These emotional expressions make your English sound real and natural. Now let's continue the story. The doctor started writing medicines on the prescription paper. "You need proper rest," he said. "Okay. Drink plenty of water." "Sure. Avoid oily and spicy food." Rahul immediately looked disappointed. The doctor smiled. "Yes, I know. That's the hardest part for young people." Rahul laughed softly. "My mother will be very happy hearing this." The doctor smiled again. Then suddenly he said, "I also want a blood test." Rahul's smile disappeared. "A blood test?" "Yes." "Why, doctor?" "Just to make sure everything is normal." Rahul slowly nodded. "All right, doctor." The doctor handed him the prescription. "Take your medicines on time." "Thank you, doctor." "You'll feel better soon." Rahul smiled politely and left the room. Outside the cabin, Rahul's mother immediately stood up. "What did the doctor say?" Rahul showed her the prescription. "He said I have an infection." "Did he give medicine?" "Yes." "What else?" "He suggested a blood test." His mother nodded seriously. "Then, let's do it now." Rahul looked slightly nervous. "Will they take a lot of blood?" His mother laughed. "They're not vampires." Even Rahul started laughing. Sometimes small jokes make stressful situations easier. Friends, here's another important speaking trick. Natural English conversations are not always serious. Native speakers often use jokes, small reactions, funny comments. This makes conversations feel alive. If your English sounds too robotic or too formal all the time, people lose interest quickly. Emotion makes language memorable. Now let's continue. Rahul and his mother entered the laboratory room. A lab assistant wearing gloves smiled politely. "Please come in." Rahul sat slowly on the chair. The assistant prepared the injection carefully. "We need to take a blood sample." Rahul looked uncomfortable. "Will it hurt?" "Only a little." Rahul looked at the needle nervously. "That needle doesn't look little." The lab assistant laughed softly. "Don't worry, it will finish quickly." "Relax your hand." Rahul slowly relaxed his arm. He looked in the opposite direction while the blood sample was taken. A few seconds later. "Done." Rahul immediately looked surprised. "That was fast." "I told you," the assistant replied proudly. "When will the report be ready?" "Tomorrow evening." "Can I get it online?" "Yes." "Great." Rahul stood up slowly, but just when he was about to leave, suddenly loud shouting came from another room. A woman's voice echoed through the hallway. "Somebody help my husband!" Everyone became shocked. Doctors and nurses immediately started running. Rahul froze. "What happened?" he whispered. A nurse quickly answered while running. "A patient fainted." Rahul and his mother looked toward the emergency room. A middle-aged man was lying unconscious on a bed. His wife was crying badly. "Please save him." The doctors immediately started checking him. "Check his blood sugar." "Bring oxygen." "Hurry!" The atmosphere suddenly became extremely tense. Rahul silently watched everything. For the first time in his life, he realized how difficult hospital work truly was. The woman kept crying continuously. One doctor tried calming her down. "Please don't panic." Rahul slowly looked at his mother. "Hospital staff work so hard." His mother nodded quietly. "Yes, their job is not easy." For a few moments, Rahul completely forgot about his own fever. Friends, now notice this sentence. "Please don't panic." This sentence is very useful in emergencies. You can also say, "Stay calm." "Relax." "Don't worry." "Everything will be okay." These comforting sentences are used everywhere in real life. English becomes easier when you learn it through situations instead of grammar rules. Now let's continue. After finishing the tests, Rahul and his mother finally went to the pharmacy. The pharmacy was crowded too. Some people were buying medicines. Some were asking questions. Some looked confused. A pharmacist smiled politely. "Hello." Rahul handed over the prescription. "I need these medicines." The pharmacist checked the paper carefully. "Please wait a moment." After a few minutes, he returned with several medicine packets. "Here are your medicines." Rahul looked confused, seeing so many tablets. "Can you explain how to take them?" "Sure." The pharmacist pointed at one tablet. "This should be taken after breakfast." "Okay." Then he pointed at the syrup bottle. "This syrup should be taken twice daily." "Before food or after food?" Rahul asked carefully. "After food." "All right." The pharmacist continued explaining everything slowly. Finally, he said, "The total bill is 960 rupees. Rahul's mother asked, "Can we pay online?" "Yes." She completed the payment. "Done." "Thank you," the pharmacist said. Rahul carefully held the medicine bag. At that moment, all he wanted was to go home and sleep. The journey back home felt much longer. Rahul leaned his head against the auto seat quietly. His fever still made him feel tired. After reaching home, his mother opened the door slowly. "Go and rest now." "Okay." Rahul slowly entered his room and sat on the bed. Just then, his younger sister entered dramatically. "So, what did the doctor say?" Rahul looked at her tiredly. "He told me to rest." His sister crossed her arms proudly. "I told you not to eat too much junk food." Rahul sighed dramatically. "Okay, madam." His sister started laughing loudly. Even Rahul smiled. His mother entered with light food. "I made khichdi for you." Rahul looked disappointed. "No biryani?" His mother stared at him silently. Rahul quickly raised both hands. Okay. Khichdi is perfect." Everyone laughed again, and slowly. The stressful day finally started feeling lighter. At night, Rahul was lying quietly on his bed. The room was dark and peaceful. Suddenly his phone rang. It was his friend, Aman. "Bro, where were you today?" "I went to the hospital." "What happened?" "Fever and throat infection." "Are you okay now?" "A little better." "Take care of yourself." "Yes." After a short silence, Aman said softly, "Hospitals are scary sometimes." Rahul looked toward the ceiling quietly. "True. But good doctors save many lives," Aman added. Rahul slowly smiled. "Absolutely." After ending the call, Rahul kept thinking about the hospital, the crying woman, the unconscious patient, the doctors running everywhere, the nurses helping everyone. The entire day changed something inside him. He realized one important thing: health is precious. Most people ignore their health until they become sick. And, for the first time in many months, Rahul promised himself, "I'll take better care of my health." The next morning, sunlight entered Rahul's room softly. Birds were chirping outside. Rahul slowly opened his eyes, and this time, he felt slightly better. His mother entered with breakfast and medicines. "How are you feeling now?" "Better than yesterday." "That's good. My headache is less now." "Did you sleep properly?" "Yes." His mother smiled warmly. "Take your medicine on time." "Sure." Rahul looked outside the window quietly. The world looked peaceful again, and deep inside, he felt thankful. Thankful for doctors. Thankful for a family. Thankful that his sickness wasn't serious. Sometimes illness teaches people lessons that normal life never can. English speaking practice section. Friends, Now let's quickly revise some powerful real-life hospital sentences. Practice these loudly, like a real conversation. I am not feeling well. I have a headache. I feel weak. Can you help me? Do you have a fever? How long will it take? Please don't panic. Take your medicine on time. I am feeling better now. Take care. Final ending. Rahul smiled softly and said, Friends, if you practice story conversations like this every day, your English speaking confidence will improve naturally. Don't study English like a boring subject. Feel the emotions. Imagine the situations. Speak the dialogues loudly. That is the fastest way to improve spoken English. Don't be afraid of mistakes. Practice daily and keep speaking. Thank you for listening to this hospital story conversation. If this video is helpful, please like and subscribe.